ready 30 minutes ago, but Cody wouldn't stop talking.
That's fair. We did sit and...
Oh, you can continue.
No.
Oh.
How's the interest going?
Oh.
The clock is running.
Guys, the music is back. So Daniel, put on your clothes. No more pics for your OnlyFans account. Tyler,
Fine.
put away the camera. Cody. Oh, Cody. It is time yet again for another episode of DCP's Sexiest Show, Rank Me Off.
Wouldn't you want the camera out?
A show where we pick a topic, pick our personal top 5 of said topic, discuss, then do a group rank off. For episode 6, our topic is top 5 regrets in cinema and TV. Let's see if I did this right.
I doubt it.
Probably not.
Okay.
I really like that intro. Can I just say that? I really like that. With like the porno music rocking in the back. And
I like the name of the show. Whoever came up with that.
I know, right?
I was fine until Adam made me feel gross.
You know what you did.
Name.
Oh, Cody.
You know what you did.
Daniel, give a quick...
Cody.
I know you're working on your last
Yeah.
one. Give a quick summary of what our parameters of this episode is.
Okay, so it's important to note that this is movies that you regret, or I guess shows could count too. Movies or shows that you regret watching. That's not shows necessarily that you don't like or didn't like. We got a whole different podcast for that one coming up. This is specifically like you regret watching them because for some reason. Like
I'm still not sure. I
so
may have
for
done
me,
this one right.
for me, all of these movies are movies that I regret because they have permanently shaped the way that I look at things.
Okay. I may have
So.
done this one right. Am I
doubt
going
it.
first?
I doubt you did. Yes,
Yeah.
you're going first.
If you don't have 5 movies or shows, then you did it wrong.
We'll
If you
see.
have more than
Okay.
5, you did it wrong.
Let's play it as we go.
All
Okay,
right.
number 5, the MonsterVerse. Okay, I didn't.
So he already fucked up.
Okay, well,
He's on the cusp of fucking.
okay. I really enjoyed the first 2 entries with Godzilla. I really like King.
Oh, you're doing the
No, the MonsterVerse, the Godzilla,
Oh.
King Kong.
I thought you.
verse.
That's
No,
the dark
we-
universe is the where I went to.
Okay, that's what I
Okay.
thought.
Yeah.
Too.
So,
Okay.
I wasn't really a fan of Godzilla. I don't know any of the lore from the Japanese shows. I did dislike.
Well, I wonder why you don't know.
I
any of
just-
the
I just-
Japanese.
I disliked
Just
the Matthew
perpetuating the
Broderick
stereotype we have
Godzilla.
of you.
But I really enjoyed the first Godzilla. I loved King of Monsters. I loved Kong Skull Island. And then I even watched Godzilla vs. Kong or Kong vs. Godzilla. And it felt like... And I know I don't make movies, but I know like the seriousness of the... as stupid as it sounds with giant fucking kaiju running around, I felt like the Godzilla monsters were taken really serious and as realistic as a giant kaiju monster running around could be. And then Kong Skull Island, it just, like, once again, it sounds stupid, but I felt like there was actual physics in that movie.
Gotcha.
Kong felt like he existed, like he had weight, he affected the ground he walked on.
And you had John C. Reilly.
And he had John C. Reilly.
I don't care for the skull facer reference or whatever the fuck they call them.
Yeah,
Yeah, like because it sounds scary.
well,
what the
fuck
fuck?
were the crawling?
Skull crawlers.
Skull, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And then Kong, what is it? Godzilla vs. Kong, Kong vs. Godzilla, whatever.
Yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong,
The
yeah.
first
One versus the other.
I felt like that was like they took everything, put it in a bowl, threw a bunch of acid and cocaine and
Blended it.
a 12-pack of Monster Energy drinks and a fucking...
I have Monster Energy.
What kind of monster?
And I didn't even mean to do that. And a truckload of fucking neon lights and dumped it into a bowl and stirred it up. And I like, and then, I mean, I get it. It's got Mecha Godzilla and it's got all that shit, but it just felt like it was the problem I had with the second Pacific Rim. Like they weren't affecting the
Then
world.
they threw in flat Earth.
Or
Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Hollow Earth.
And I'm not a fan. I'm not dissing them, but I felt like it was a manga come to life, and I'm like, this is
No,
a genre
no, like,
that I'm not into. So
That was one where they skipped a lot of hurdles. Like, okay, so you developed a kaiju-like robot to fight the kaiju. Okay, why is the reason why it's going to go insane? Oh, it's because we happen to use the last kaiju that fought Godzilla's brain to power the damn thing.
Yeah, and didn't they, like... Is that the one where Kong punches Godzilla into the center of the Earth? Is that the one, or is that the one where Godzilla breathes flame a whole tunnel into the final?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one where he blows it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the fact that those are the two ways to get to the Hollow Earth, like, let's not talk about what actually happens to the Earth if he were to punch a giant fucking hole into it.
Plus, it also seems like I said, it was grounded as you can be with monsters. But in that movie, I don't know what the time frame is, but all of a sudden they had hover vehicles. Like, did they have hover vehicles in technology?
they had a train that went from like the U.S. to China. That's how Stranger Things and her group got there.
Oh, yeah, they had like some sort of international bullet train.
The podcast guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't really, but
It seemed like in like a year they got all this advanced technology. Was able to make processes. They jumped technology too fast.
So I completely lost interest. I haven't watched the new one, and I don't
if
really want
for
to
those
see
reasons you didn't like that, you will not like. Hey, we thought it'd be a good idea to develop a mech suit for Kong, but we only got enough funding for one glove.
We stole it from Marvel.
Yeah, and then there's like a sub Hollow Earth or something like that.
Yeah, so there was
where-
Hollow Earth, and then there was another civilization deeper in that Hollow Earth.
So it's this
Yeah,
Hollow
the,
Earth.
so
the
it's-
Kong
it's-
2 was real rough.
It's Futurama. There, maybe there's a sewer below you guys.
Oh, as a off side note, have you seen the panel of Godzilla in an Iron Man suit?
Yeah.
I am really excited to read that book.
Isn't that just
If I was still playing
Mechagodzilla?
HeroClix, I
Isn't
want
that
that.
just Mechagodzilla?
No, it's Godzilla wearing an Iron Man suit.
Okay, all right. Number
I can't wait to read that book. I think I have it on order.
It's going to be fucking insane. I
Yeah.
think.
Number 4, Halloween Ends. Okay, once again, am I doing this right?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, Halloween Ends.
Well, for MonsterVerse, Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, sure, we can do that one. So, once again, I enjoyed the direction of the new. Have you guys seen the new trilogy, the Adam Wingard trilogy?
Yes.
No.
Have you seen all of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the last one I saw was the one where he like bequeaths the mantle of Mike to another.
That's Halloween.
Okay.
Ends.
Does he looks through a hole in a door?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I enjoyed the way that they tied it to the Ridge. I was kind of bummed out because they were doing what Scream did. It was a new movie, so you just use the same title over again. You take off the number. It's just like a soft reboot where you acknowledge the past that you want to acknowledge, and then you ignore the past. So and then the way that they went back and they tied parts in, that was interesting. I was enjoying it, bypassing all the stupid controversy that all the movies had at that point in time. But the last movie, like Daniel said, a movie about the death of or the end of Michael Myers that doesn't have Michael Myers in it till literally the last 45 minutes of the movie, and then that 45 minutes of the movie is literally Jamie Lee Curtis and her granddaughter slicing up Mike Myers. It was like, this is how this trilogy is going to end. Now,
Yeah.
I know Mike will come back because Mustafa Kid, well, he's dead. His son, I don't know his name of his son. The owner of the Halloween rights, they have it in contract that no movie studio in, what is it, perpetuity can kill Michael Myers cannot die indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
That's why in H2O, when they did that, when they sliced off his head, they had to come up with a reason to bring him back because of that contractual thing. Now,
Didn't they put him in a wood chipper at the end of that one?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So-
they've got a lot of explaining to puzzle piece him back together.
It could be something as simple as like, yeah, that wasn't really him, or it was something as lame as, yeah, we're just restarting the franchise. It may be something like that.
if they're gonna do a fourth one and explain why Mike isn't dead, it's gonna be like his soul possesses somebody.
Yeah,
and,
it's got to be the Cult of Thorn.
yeah.
Which they kind of brought in the mystical stuff because the guy that he gave the mantle to brings in a homeless person, and you can see Mike do like a Dragon Ball Z thing where he's like flexing and he's like sucking the life force out of him. Mm-hmm. Which I was like, okay, and then you don't see him anymore until like the last 45 minutes of the movie. Like I said, it was a good. Like I was telling Tyler when I watched it, it would have been better if like there was going to be a fourth one, and this was just like a middle of the franchise storyline, it's like, oh, that was kind of cool. It was something different. But if it's the end of your story, why are you sidelining the main? But anyway, like I said, this is all. I wrote. This is all.
Look how horrible he is with technology.
All Well, actually, I wrote. What's the opposite of subjective?
Objective.
Yeah, I wrote object. Did I write objective?
I don't know. This is why he uses paper on everything.
So he can just cross out what he wrote and wrote what he actually meant.
Yes, I did. I wrote this is just my objective, but I meant to put subjective.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you liked it, whatever. Anyway, okay. So
you could just say this is my opinion.
Nah, it's
same.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Because we all know that this whole entire episode is opinion.
Yes. Okay. Number 3, It Chapter 2.
Ooh, okay.
I have recently softened my stance on this because I've rewatched it like several times on HBO Max, and honestly, I've watched Chapter 2 more than Chapter 1. But I don't know if this is a fair criticism, but it just seems like have you guys seen Chapter 1 and 2?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You haven't seen any of them? You don't like horror movies? You?
I don't like horror movies.
Okay, Daniel, I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
The first one was amazing, right?
Oh, absolutely. The first one was a work of art.
Have you read the book at all?
No, I haven't.
I don't think there's a human being on the planet that it can read that book.
I've tried twice.
I have tried also, and I don't remember how far I get, but I'm just like, my God, this is very dull.
Do you get to the orgy scene and then just
No,
keep
No.
That's the
I've
one thing I know
I've
about the
flipped
book.
to the
Because
orgy
as soon
scene.
as the first movie, Chapter 1, came out, it's all like, in the book, there's an orgy scene the kids have, and I'm like, why does that even fucking matter? Of course, they're not going to put that in the movie. That'd be fucking insane.
Yeah. It's on my to-read list. I actually really want to get a copy of it. I really do want to read it because I did really enjoy both series of movies. Like, I like Tim Curry's series.
I do.
And then I like this one too.
But I don't know. There's something because Stephen King kind of has like a Spielberg-esque family thing where like there's this horrible monster, and then they're like, it's the power of love inside your heart that destroys the monster, which works with kids. In my objective opinion, no, my subjective opinion.
Right.
To me, that works when you have a bunch of kids. It's like, look inside of our hearts, and we'll find. But when you're looking at adults, you're like, get a fucking gun. Why are you worrying about your heart? Get a fucking gun.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've watched, and I've watched Chapter 2 more than I watched Chapter 1. So, but I did. But anyway, it's kind of bummed me out because I was really stoked. Like, I was one of those people that as soon as it said Chapter 2 at the end of Chapter 1, Chapter 2 coming soon, like I was like a fucking meth addict. Like, I need Chapter 2. Then I'm sitting there watching.
Would have made more sense if you would have said cocaine.
And then I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, this is not what I want.
And I agree with that. Chapter 2, while good, was not what I wanted from Chapter 1. Like, there's a significant tonal shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
Well, wouldn't you say that's because they stopped being children and turned into adults?
And that's definitely a part of it. But like the tonal shift in the movie is like, it feels like in the second one, like no one is really all that scared.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh, it's fucking Pennywise again.
Yeah, and I don't know if I don't know if saying they taken the claws out of Pennywise, but it's also like, I'm kind of with Dana. It's hard to explain. He's still a terrifying monster, but it's also like, it's just Pennywise.
Right.
Ain't nearly as scary as my taxes.
That's kind of the tone. Yeah.
It's like these people are like, fuck, how am I going to pay my mortgage this month? And then you got this clown running about where these kids, like, they literally, all they have to worry about is my mom and dad doesn't believe me that I'm about to die. My brother's fucking gone. I'm going to go into these sewers. My mom and dad are ignoring me, whether it's magical from Pennywise or whatever. But I may not come home.
Yeah, that scared energy is just not there in the second one.
And apparently I'm only going to be talking to you about this one, too.
Okay.
So my second one is 3 from Hell.
It Chapter
Ooh,
1.
I haven't seen that one.
This is a completely unfair entry, but my regret is that I love those characters. Tyler can attest to how much I love the Rejects. I love Captain Spaulding. I love Bill Moseley's character, Otis. I love Sherry Moon Zombie. I love Rob Zombie.
Oh, these are the Devil Reject guys?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
so this is an unfair assessment, but he apparently he wrote he killed them off in the same spoilers. The best use of Freebird in any movie. He used the entire song, and there was an awesome car chase shootout.
Yeah, like, it's that... I've seen the Devil's Reject.
Okay. So he wiped out. That was the end. That was the conclusion of the story. Awesome. And then he started seeping it out there like, hey, are you guys interested in watching the another Rejects? And we're like, well, he's dead, because he was personally calling me on my phone telling me this, and I was like,
Yeah.
but they're dead. And so everyone was really interested, and supposedly Bill Moseley has said like, yeah, the original script was fucking amazing. Unfortunately, Sig Haig, the guy that was playing Captain Spaulding, got super sick, and to the point where he could barely stand. And he even told Rob, like, look, I can't do this. And it's like I said, it's an unfair opinion. So he can't. Sid said, I'll come in for like 2 hours. What can you do with me for 2 hours? And then I can't do this anymore. So he came in, and they kind of just like killed him off screen. Just like, yeah. He made an appearance to satisfy the fans, because he wanted to do it for the fans. So he made an appearance, and they're like, oh, and he was, because they were all in jail. And he's like, oh, and Captain Spaulding was sent to the electric chair, and that was it. And then 2 days later or whatever, he passed away. So Rob had to, obviously go back and rechange everything. So they brought in this other family member that wasn't even mentioned, and it. Some of the character dynamic wasn't there because you got the leader of the family's no longer there, and it is a good movie. It's just I kind of wish Rob had either done the movie sooner before Sid got sick and we were able to see the movie that he wanted to do, or he just didn't do it at all. Not that it ruins, because it's not like all of a sudden the movie Devil's Reject doesn't exist anymore. It's just it kind of ruins the awesome closure that he gave those characters. Anyway, it don't. I mean, whatever. It's just a movie.
Is 1,000 Corpses the first of that franchise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and this one.
Number 5.
Number 5. Number 1. This one actually is my biggest regret, and it annoys me. This is kind of an Adam cop-out, but the whatever you want to call it, the Zack Snyder DCU, or just the DCU in general, I feel like it was scattershot. There was like no direction. It was rushed. There was bad movies. There was controversies.
It was rushed, but it took forever for any kind of sequels or anything to come out.
And there were like multiple versions of movies. Like there's 2 versions of Justice League. There's 2 versions of Suicide Squad. There are literally 2 Suicide Squad. There's 2 versions of the first Suicide Squad, supposedly. And then there's another Suicide Squad. Blue Beetle came out. Does it exist? Does it not exist? In the DCU, Aquaman 2. Should we even care because it was the end? Why? You know what I mean? It was like
Peacemaker. Is that still in the?
Well, there's a
new
season
one?
2.
But I think it's.
But there's 2 versions of Peacemaker in that apparently.
But I think it's James Gunn's version.
Yeah.
Like it kind of bummed me out because like, I watched the MCU. I genuinely like. But I'm a DC fan. Like a lot of these Marvel characters, I don't know anything about. So I'm more of a DC guy. So I was really stoked. And Superman was. I know Batman v Superman is objectively a bad movie. I do like it, but it is legitimately a bad movie.
Hey, at least you acknowledge that it wasn't a work of art.
No.
You can like a shit movie as long as you acknowledge that it's a shit movie you like.
Like I was telling Tyler the
Why
other
did
day,
you say that name?
It is objectively a horrible movie.
He's the world's greatest detective, and he found out the answer.
Because Zack Snyder had no man. So he's like, can we do Death of Superman? Sure. Can we do Doomsday? Sure. Can we do the origin of some of these characters and put it on a zip drive or a USB stick on a
and
computer?
give them their logos?
Yeah, then can we also seed in Flashpoint and Nightmare? Both?
Yeah. And it's like Aquaman. Then it's like, and some of it had to do with technology existing, but like Aquaman in that little USB stick looked like he was underwater, probably because he was filmed underwater. And then when you go see Aquaman, they put all this digital trick. While the first one is okay, they put all this digital trickery on it, and then they did that air bubble thing, and it's like everything. And I'm sure the MCU had this problem too, but it seems like you learn this reality in this movie, and then you had to forget that reality because in this movie, this is the new reality of this character. So like everything seems scattershot.
I still haven't seen the Aquamans
It just everything.
Either of them?
or the Wonder Womans.
First one was okay.
Either of them?
Either of them.
First Wonder Woman was okay. Second one was not.
Yeah. The same thing with the Aquaman. First Aquaman was pretty good. The second one was awful.
The only good part about the second Wonder Woman is when she, and it makes no sense, but she's like lassoing like bolts of lightning and flying through the sky.
That's true.
Just
That
because
was pretty cool.
it looks really cool. But like Cheetah looked really cool, but like the fight scene was like 10 seconds.
Yeah, Maxwell Lord. I think that was Pedro Pascal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really liked him.
But it could be more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like bummed out because like the MCU was kicking off, and then the DC. I'm like, okay, these are the characters I know. Like I know more about these characters, and I'm like, this. I don't like I didn't enjoy. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really enjoy.
Choose the movie that destroyed
So-
the DCU for you.
Okay. Cody's flat out saying you got to pick one
Yeah.
that killed the DCU.
Superman was good. I realized Batman v Superman isn't, but I've seen the movie a lot. I don't think that's what killed it for me. Man, I don't. You guys help me out. It's when all the controversy with like the Suicide Squad. There's two covers. And you got the Justice League and you got the Josh Whedon's version. So you guys, it's like in there is when everything started.
So
going
what
down.
about just Suicide Squad then?
Yeah, let's you pick Suicide Squad
That's fine. We'll do
and
that. We'll do
not pick Justice League.
that. And not okay. Okay.
What am I writing down?
Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Because that was I think that's
The Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad?
whichever one was David Ayer's version.
Okay.
Those-
Suicide Squad.
'Cause that's-
the.
That's when I think the cracks were really starting to break on everything. Like there was no chief.
Like you could tell that they trying, and then that kind of just threw shit out.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
All right. So to recap, we've got Godzilla vs Kong, Halloween Ends, It Chapter 2, 3 from Hell, and Suicide Squad. No the.
Yes.
All right. Cody, you gonna go next?
Yeah, I'll go for next.
Okay, Daniel, you're up.
Okay.
Seriously?
No, you can go. I just want to see if Daniel was gonna go along with it.
I mean, I would. I've got my 5.
All right. No particular order. Aragon. I honestly think one of the biggest
The
fans
characters
of the
from
book.
Lord of the Rings.
It
Do
was.
you know he broke his toe when he kicked that home?
The whole world knows.
I was so excited for that movie because those books were my favorite growing up in middle school. I love the Aragon series, The Inheritance
Nerd.
Cycle. Yes, I was a nerd. I was a library aide in high school, so I'd have first dibs on the library's copy of the next book in that series. I was the first person in that school, and I made certain I had it before anybody else.
Was this back in Kansas?
Yes.
Did you know that in Kansas?
Yeah.
Libraries have.
I actually went to a school that was designed during the Cold War, and the reason it was Circle High School is because the school had a dome roof, and they thought that would help save it from a nuclear explosion.
Oh,
huh.
Yeah.
Neat.
You would think that Kansas would be warm enough they didn't have to worry about a Cold War.
You'd
You've
think
never
they'd be
heard of the
smart
long
enough
winter?
that they don't have to have a front license plate.
I was so excited when I heard my first job was at Arby's. I bought my own ticket to see that movie, and it sucked.
Get a pillow and just let him just.
Well,
Let-
yeah,
No,
don't do that.
that's worse. That's worse, actually,
That
yeah.
is way worse.
Don't do that.
And it just... They took a budget approach to a movie that should have had Lord of the Rings style budget. And it was... I know now... Knowing what I know now, it was because it was supposed to be a young adult...
Young dick.
A young dude.
A young adult movie, and it was a young adult book, so they're not going to put big budget behind it. They took what they thought would be... the author didn't know what he was really signing. He just saw a giant paycheck, and he signed the rights away to make the movie. And I know that now, but back then I was so disappointed because I would forget. The first part of that movie completely in line with the books to a certain degree. Like, yeah, okay, I could see why they did this. And then they get to the great dwarven city that the Resistance was supposed to be hiding in, and it was literally fucking thatched roof shacks where it was supposed to be this giant underground city where castles and everything were built in the wall, and it's just
Number one is Song of the South.
Racist.
So
That was a
it was
reference
one of
to
those ones that
politics.
broke my hearts.
Broke your hearts?
Both my real heart, and my lizard heart.
Okay.
So that's number one for me. Number two is technically a cheat because I've never actually seen this movie. But I think you'll agree with me. It is The Revenant.
I'm putting that at number 3.
Okay, put it in 3. The Revenant, basic synopsis of what I know is a guy gets left for dead in the woods, gets attacked by a bear, and has to make his way out of the woods and survive.
Is this a Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Yes.
You know that's based on a true story.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I heard it was based off a true story, and my family really likes movies like that. So
horribly inaccurate movies.
Yeah, horribly inaccurate movies,
No,
and
the
it
dude
was
really did get.
No. I'm saying, like, when people say based on a true story, usually it's like the person's name and like a vague recollection of what happened.
Yeah. Well, my family really enjoys it. So my grandma was visiting. And so I rented it off of Redbox and said, hey, I heard this is based off a true story, and it's supposed to be a guy that survives in the wilderness.
Is there a whole lot of fucking in it or something?
No, apparently it's a very harsh fucking movie. The guy is tortured. Leonardo DiCaprio character is tortured through the entire movie, like has to perform surgery on himself, gets attacked by a bear. Like, it is a very visceral movie that I said, hey, Grandma, I think you'll like this movie. It's one of those rare cases of you know how when an adult gives something to a child, like a game that's too mature for them. It's like, it was a rare reverse of that I still feel bad for this day of like, hey, Grandma, I think you'll like this movie. This guy's life is a living fucking hell.
And you didn't even watch it with her?
No, because I had to go to work.
What a dick.
You know, the Coen brothers sold Fargo as based on a true story, and for years people were trying to find out what it was, and the Coen brothers finally came out and said, it's based on a true story because we actually filmed the movie.
Oh, I thought there was like a real town called Fargo.
No, like they came out and they're like, yeah, we just said that because we.
Yeah,
we
so
filmed the movie.
the reason I regret it is because I recommended it without actually knowing what happens in the movie to somebody I love, and I still regret it to this day because she said it was one of the worst movies she's ever saw because she doesn't like people suffering. So I feel real bad about that one. Okay.
All right, you get a pass on that one because that's a pretty good story.
Okay. I thought I'd get that. Next one, The Last Airbender.
The M. Night Shyamalan one?
Yeah, Avatar, The Last Airbender, the M. Night Shyamalan. While I can see that somebody who has never seen the source material could enjoy the movie, I still, to this day, cannot forgive him for taking every ounce of joy that the original had out of it.
Yeah, that movie was horrible. Absolutely. Earthbenders are my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
And there's a part in the series where the Fire Nation takes all the Earthbenders and they put them in a prison. The prison is on a ship in the middle of the water.
Yes.
So, you know, there's no earth for them to bend.
The bottom
Yes.
of the ocean.
It's too far away.
Oh.
This one, they put them in a rock quarry with rocks. And they have this amazing scene where they do like a dance for some reason, and then there's like 10 guys and they throw their fist, and then I shit you not, it's like a rock and it goes across the screen about as fast as this right here, and that's them earthbending.
So the Earthbenders can't do like the Magneto trick where they take the ore.
No, like Earthbenders in the show are probably the most powerful.
That's what I'm saying. They can't
Yeah,
take
there's-
the iron.
there's
The iron's in Earth.
Yeah, there's subsets. So like earthbenders, like, they end up learning how to metal bend. Like, if you're an earthbender, like, you can, like, firebenders can lava bend.
What was the ship made out of?
Metal.
They at that point they didn't know how to do it yet.
Yeah, like
They in the later seasons, there's an earthbender and she learns, like, she's trapped in a metal
box.
yeah, and then she learns how to control the
So is the Jesus of the story always an airbender?
No.
he changes in
It's a
the
cycle.
different cycles.
Yeah, because Korra's a waterbender, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's an avatar at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, and
the
then-
Avatar is a title passed down for somebody who's resurrected.
Right.
You can only bend one
But I thought
element.
it was generational. So that means that bald kid.
Yeah,
died.
he's not actually related to her.
So when he
No,
dies,
I'm saying the avatar is generational. So they were around at the
When
same
the
time.
one Avatar dies, the new one.
no, they weren't around.
That's what Kira and the bald kid weren't around. At the same
Korra.
time?
Korra.
Korra and the bald kid weren't around at the same
No,
time.
No.
Okay.
once he died, the Avatar spirit.
Why did someone
in.
get a fucking gun and just shoot him?
No, he died because he was in the Avatar state for 100 years, frozen in a block of ice. So
Yeah.
he died basically of old age.
Yeah,
The
so
bald
technically,
kid?
Yeah.
so he technically died young for an Avatar because they explain it that he died young because he used so much energy while he was a kid. It was too much of a toll on his body, and his body failed.
Oh, okay.
So he was only 166 when there was avatars that lived for 400 years.
Okay. All right. Next one.
Like I said, cannot forgive taking every ounce of joy out of a show.
I'm not trying to be a dick. Our last two ranked me off. Went like almost 2.5 hours long. So I'm trying to.
Number 4, Battlefield Earth.
That's a good one.
Hey, whoa.
Don't get me-
Scientologists are pretty strong. So let's keep our mean comments to a low.
Yeah, Battlefield Earth. Like, I remember seeing it as a kid and not liking it. Because as a kid, I saw, this kind of doesn't make any sense.
What's the overall plot? I don't even know what's plot.
Okay, Earth gets taken over by an alien species.
The John Travolta.
Yeah, the John Travolta species. They take over Earth because they love gold, and Earth has gold.
Oh my god, is this where ancient aliens get their shit from?
I don't know. But listen, so aliens take over Earth. They completely eradicate basically the people down to caveman era again. But they still will pick up a few of them to use as basically slaves on the moon to mine away stuff because apparently their one weakness is radioactive weapons. And while fighting, the Earth got radioactive to a point where they can't survive on Earth in some areas, the aliens. It's it's even 1 ounce of radioactive material, they were like, oh, I'm dying. And so, but they still take humans as slaves to mine their way at the moon for gold. Or something like that.
Okay.
And then it's like, oh wait, I got this plan. I'm going to make our smart machine make these guys smarter so they can mine gold on the radioactive planet that we can't get onto. And they make this dude too smart, and he basically has a revolution where in the span of less than a month, apparently there's fighter planes that are still active on the planet, but nobody knows how to do it because they lost all information, but they're able to learn in the span of a week how to fly an F-16 or something. And then they transport a nuclear device to their home world and blows up their entire civilization with one bomb.
They took an online course.
Yeah, and it is
Those
fucking
night classes, they'll do
horrible.
them.
Or
ya.
they did the Matrix thing. I know how to fly a fighter jet.
Legit. They put this
Well,
device
yeah,
on.
I've seen plenty of movies. All you do is flip 2 switches, and then
Then you got the thing there.
yeah,
And away
you
you go,
flip
yeah.
2 switches,
and then
turn the
pull
key.
back on the joystick.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
But even to this day, it is one of those ones. It is so bad.
All right.
It's my favorite movie of all time. Thanks, Cody.
Yeah, you have horrible choices.
Jesus.
Got real.
All right, this last one might surprise you. The Minecraft movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched it on HBO Max literally this weekend. I did not enjoy it.
Don't
you
tell my
better
son.
watch the Alien movies.
That's the next episode.
Okay.
I watched the Minecraft movie, and no.
You didn't throw your popcorn in the air and yell chicken jockey?
Yeah, so that movie only survived because people memed it.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason it is made all the money is because people memed it into popularity.
See,
I swear to God that the most...
I think our
You
Minecraft.
swear to me.
I think our Minecraft movie was better.
We had a Minecraft movie?
Yeah, it was one of the movies we had to make, and Cody picked Minecraft, and he picked Jack Black as Steve. Because the very last thing, because I knew that there's something called an Ender Dragon, and I said, Cody, can the very end of the movie be Steve fighting the Ender Dragon, but like he like bumps and like knocks over the camera, so like you just hear the action in the background,
Oh,
but like
yeah,
you
I
don't
kinda-
see anything.
I kind of remember us talking about that. Okay.
Yeah, so...
What was that? What episode was that?
One of the previously ons.
Yeah,
You could find that on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud.
And I swear to God, like, the dialogue is so bad.
I would bet it's the video game one.
They crammed
Oh, yeah.
too many things in there. Like they tried to have like a whole bunch of main characters. But I will say this, Jack Black just did not give it. He was just being like full on Jack Black
But
turned up
isn't
to
there,
11.
isn't there literally only just Jack Black's character is the only one in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So I'm gonna have a push your glasses up moment. Just gonna be like all the times when like we were talking about the Minecraft trailer, and I was like, "That looks terrible."
No, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Well, part of it is they was using mods, so it wasn't a base game. So they was doing stuff you can't actually do in the game.
Cody.
So sorry. So I'm going to be a little bit like that. Like, you can't do that in the actual game without mods. So
Did they actually say they modded the game?
they didn't say it. So you can't do that.
There was a
There was a
weird
couple of those mobs that
there was a
don't
weird
actually.
Jack Black Jason Momoa 69 scene.
Yeah. So
Wait,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
They're
Technically-
like on like a glider,
Yeah.
and he's like, and they basically just because they gotta like fit through like this small hole in the wall.
And it's one of those weird moments
Yeah.
where it's like it was almost kind of like that hoe joke in Cat.
Yeah.
Because Jack's like, get up in there. You really got. We're not gonna fit. Get your face up in there.
Yeah, it was like
I'm like, why is this a kid's
Yeah.
movie?
well, that's another like actually Jack specifically says he only ever got one Ender Pearl in the entire movie, and you need those to get to the end to get the Elytra. You can't get to Elytras without going to the end, so by only ever having one Ender Pearl, he could never fulfill the conditions to get to the end to get the Elytra, so he's obviously now using... he's using either... what mode is it?
7.
Creative?
Yeah, he's using creative mode to get items, so that's the only way he could have the fucking Elytra, because you cannot get those in the Nether or in the Overworld. There's no way to get it. You can only get them from an ship in the end.
You just have to wait till the audio.
There-
Maybe they explain it.
there was some pretty funny parts. Like the boss is defeated.
The 69 part was funny, but it was
the-
like, why is this?
The
a kid's
boss is
movie?
defeated, and she's like, "Oh no, help me!" And he's like, "No, you're just gonna try and stab me." "No, I'm not." And then she like throws a knife, and like
Jack
like-
Black just goes,
yeah,
"What did I tell you?"
yeah. It was basically that. Like it was stupid funny stuff.
Yeah, like it. And I get that it is a kids movie, and I do not need to give it this level of dislike that I have given it. I feel you could have did a little bit more, and kids still would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Like, aesthetic-wise, the movie was very Minecrafty. I will give them that. But everything else, he's using mods. He was in creative mode to get some of those items. No way you can get those items without creative mode if he didn't play the game right. No, you cannot do those things because that... Ugh, it kind of really...
I wanted to see more boobs.
No.
I mean, you know how easy it would have been? They're just blocks, so it would have been like pixelated. It would have been like naturally pixelated.
You see, this is why... Hit him, Tyler. Hit him.
No, I kind of agree with him.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like naturally censored.
Cody's list. Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, The Last Airbender, The Revenant, Battlefield Earth, and the Minecraft movie.
Yes.
All right. Daniel? Yep.
All right.
Since Adam talks so long, you got to speed round this. You just one word reasons.
Okay.
This is the first episode I actually talked to. Usually I just spit out my list.
Yeah. Okay, so my first one is Human Centipede.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
Because that movie has no redeeming value.
Okay, next.
It's...
No, I'm just fucking with you.
It's humans eating ass, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, absolutely no redeeming value. Like, it's not scary. It's not interesting. It's not... Like, it's got some drama, and it's got some horrific scenes. The scene where he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, that scene still fucking, like, haunts me.
And the ladies are like, what do we mean? Oh, no.
Yeah. And...
All right, stop.
Yeah, and then...
Just, no. That,
like,
that stuff makes me sick.
I know, right? And then, like... Then they came out with a second and a third one, and I'm like, how the fuck do you make a second and a third one? So
he
even
tried to get me to watch the third one, and I was like,
have you not seen the second one?
oh no, I've seen the second and the third one,
Oh.
and that's what bothers me about it. It's one of my regrets, because like if I had never seen the first one, I never would have fucking watched the second and the third one.
You gotta admit though, the first one has the most depressing ending.
Oh yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because the middle's there, and like the lead, the Centipede A is dead. Centipede 3 is either dead or on her way to die, and the middle one's like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that one high on my list of regrets. Like, I kind of wish I'd never seen the first one, so I never would have had the second or the third one.
You
Like,
kind of want to hope.
No!
You kind of want to hope the part A is like a vegan, because I think they have like better poos. I think, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
But like, even like, and it all spawns from that first one.
If they
Okay.
eat corn, they'll actually get something solid.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Stop. I will throw up all over this table.
Okay, moving on to my next
I
one.
think Daniel won.
Is Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, and that one like is the first movie that I can really remember like sitting down to watch and being like, fucking awful writing is this. Like, the writing was bad, and it just like kind of jaded me from a lot of those kind of lower horror movies.
Isn't
rhythm,
that
the rhythm was really weird.
Isn't that the
Yeah.
one where like the female character, didn't she like not do anything wrong?
Yeah,
she-
totally
she-
did nothing
she
wrong but
got-
get cursed by
she
a
got
gypsy for
fucked.
no fucking reason.
Yeah.
She got fucked.
Yeah.
But the rhythm of the movie, the rhythm is really weird. It's like like tense, super scary, and then like slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
It's like
It's all over the place. And then the part that really stood out to me was like they have to do like some sort of goat sacrifice.
yeah.
And then the goat turns from like a real goat to like this CG Muppet like laughing like
Like
goat.
a deleted scene
And-
from like a scary movie or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Like, it's no consistency, just a poorly fucking written and designed movie.
Yeah.
And definitely jaded me for a lot of those kind of lower budget movies. Okay, and then I have Justice League.
Justice or Justice?
The I don't know, the number one,
The
the
Joss Whedon.
first one.
Okay.
That's why I had to pick Suicide
Yes.
Squad. Okay, got it.
Because I didn't have a backup
You,
for that
you
one.
kept saying, I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah, so Justice League is the one that shut me off of DCU. Up until that point, I had seen literally every superhero movie in theaters. Justice League killed the DCU for me. So from there on out, I haven't seen a DC movie in theaters. Flash I watched at home, Aquaman I watched at home. I still haven't seen Blue Beetle.
You
And-
saw Shazam though, didn't you?
Yes.
I think that
I
came
saw
out
Shazam
before.
2 after Justice League.
Oh,
And I saw that one at home.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, I hadn't gone to a movie theater to see a DC movie since Justice League.
DCU, Joker and the Batman don't count, right?
Oh yeah, no, those are definitely DCEU. Those are different.
Did you watch the Zack Snyder version?
Yes, I did watch the Snyder version, and it was better. It still wasn't good.
but was it better because it was like 4 hours long, so they could flesh out more things?
And that's part of me too. Is like I wonder if the Snyder version had come out, I still don't think I would have a positive opinion of that movie, even if it was the 4-hour-long version.
Because the only thing that I like about this version of Justice League, and it doesn't even fit, is when Superman comes back and he has like some corny where he's like, well, I'm big on truth and he alludes to something like that. And like, it's very much the comic book Big Blue Boy Scout Superman, which I liked, but I was like, that line doesn't fit in this universe.
No.
Like, you've taken a depressed and gritty Superman, and then you've flipped it around and made him like this Big Blue Boy Scout. And I'm like, you took the one thing that I liked, and then you've already messed it up.
Yeah, and Justice League had just had so many missteps. Like Flash, the entire character of Flash is fucking terrible in that movie.
The
Ice skating.
The version.
Yeah, the ice skating and the fact that he doesn't do anything in the fight. Like, you see him save people, and like real Flash could have saved all of those people in a split second and been there to save Batman.
Well, so everyone's argument's like, well, he was just starting out. Write a Flash that isn't just starting out.
Right.
Yeah.
The spider Batmobile thing in the sewers.
I
that
love
was
that shit.
fucking-
I thought that was cool. But I thought Batman's character, like, it's been talked to death. But when like the Superman was flying out and the Mother Box was flying out, everyone's there to see Superman, and here comes Batman huffing and puffing, trying to get. Batman still would have been the first motherfucker there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's running there, like he can barely breathe.
Yeah, like they shit on Batman as a character. Like I'm rich. Like, okay, cool, you're rich, but like you completely take away all of the things that are interesting about Batman in that movie as well.
And I don't like, and I don't read much Aquaman, so you guys have to tell me. But like the himbo Aquaman, I didn't enjoy. Like, he's royalty.
Yeah.
Why is he acting like a surfer dude?
Well, he doesn't in the DCEU. He's not really royalty yet, because I think Aquaman takes place after Justice League.
That's true.
Which is weird, because they don't explain that it takes place after Justice League.
Yeah, you just kind of have to put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a misstep, and that whole movie is just like ruined all the DCEU for me. And even this new universe that's coming out, kind of don't give a fuck about it.
I don't give a shit
like,
about it anyway.
Creature Commandos was really solid. I'll probably go see the new Superman movie, but I don't know if I'll see it in theaters. Like, I'm definitely seeing Fantastic Four. I don't know about Superman, maybe. The Peacemaker, I still haven't watched any Peacemaker. I haven't watched the Gotham Knights show. I haven't watched
What's the obsession of doing all these Batman movies without Batman? You got the Penguin, which was good. Then you got this Clayface movie
I haven't
coming
seen
out.
that.
Why don't we just make a really good Batman movie? Why are we making all these awful?
Because Batman's had 1,000 movies.
They finished the Batman 2 script.
But they're not. I don't think they're ever gonna film it.
Yeah, because James Gunn is having a hard time finding an interesting Batman for his universe, and that's why like he's flushing out the world around him before he does him, because he can't find an interesting version of Batman that hasn't been used, and two is interesting
it's
for the
going to be
screen.
hard because we've gotten so many Dark Knight Batmans, the old jaded beat up Batmans, and then we've had Batman Begins and Robert Pattinson's Batman. So it's like you're going to have to do like the middle greatest detective, haven't fought space people yet type
Yeah,
of
like
Batman,
he needs to do just an interesting street level Batman.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
Or
Right.
Batman 66.
No.
Yeah.
No. We've had our fill of the camp.
If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be James Gunn. But I agree with you guys. I don't want to see it.
Well, what is a mix between camp and World's Greatest Detective?
No. What?
Campy and World's Greatest Detective.
That's the difference between Adam West Batman and Kevin Conroy Batman.
Yeah, in the middle.
So it's like I am the night.
Yeah, like I know something I would be interested in is, like, if they make a reference to the 66 Batman, that would be interesting. Like, if they show like the first version of the Batmobile is the 66 version, he's like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Like
I made it myself, so I appreciate you didn't shit on the trim too bad. I was trying some stuff out.
Yeah, or like they show the 66 costume and the lounge of uniforms, and he's like, and someone's like, what's the deal with that one? He's like, it was a different time, different era or something.
See, they could definitely do something like that. I mean,
What do you think about this? Like, take a shot, just take a huge punt, and they're never gonna. If anyone's got the balls to do it, I would say it's probably James Gunn. But I think the fanboys would freak out. But take a big punt and either do the Grant Morrison thing where Batman's lost in time. Don't talk it. Just kind of like reference it in Dick Grayson's Batman.
See, I hate that idea.
You don't like Dick Grayson's Batman?
I don't mind Dick Grayson as Batman. I want Bruce Wayne established. If you're going to do it, you have to make. You can't start on Dick Grayson Batman. You can't start by ignoring all of Nightwing and all of Robin. Like, if you want to ignore Dick Grayson as Robin and him start as Nightwing, fine. But you can't jump 3/4 into the story. And especially because Dick Grayson only stuck around for Batman for a short period of time.
But it gives you room to move, though. Like, you can go back and do all that stuff. So you don't have to have an actor and be like, hey, you're going to be signed on for all these movies. It gives you room to play.
I mean, sure, it does.
Plus, it gives James Gunn the room to do all these weird Batman and Caveman times, and Batman is Buccaneer Batman.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah, but
I don't want to see that in my DCU.
Unless you have a Batman that like you want to follow through all those stories.
Well, I'm saying it'd be different. It'd be a punt.
Different's not good. I mean, if they did a whole bunch of animated stuff like that, sure, I'd watch the shit out of the animated stuff. Okay. But if you're gonna do live action, no, you have to start with some sort of cohesive storyline idea if you're gonna make something big and major. Okay. And I say this as a giant Batman fan. Like, if you look at my DC books, almost all of my DC books are Batman. And, like, Justice League has ruined all of that for me in the way that, like, I don't watch any of the DC stuff. Even the stuff that's not connected, like Penguin. I haven't seen Penguin. And, like, before Justice League, I probably would have watched it. I probably would have been just as excited. But, like, Justice League just burnt me so hard on anything DC, and I'm like, okay, I'm just walking away from the whole fucking franchise.
That's rough.
Yeah. My next one is Madam Web. Now, my regret for Madam Web is
the whole movie.
It has colored my view of how I perceive, like, how I like take in movies. Because the movie's script was okay. The acting was fine, but now I'm noticing editing in movies. And that was the first movie where I could walk away going, this really needed a better editor.
It made you go Adam on it.
Yeah. Like, I watched it, walked away, and went, that movie failed in the editing process. And now I'm fucking noticing editing shit in movies after that movie. And I don't particularly care for it. I don't particularly care having that eye where I'm like, oh, I'm noticing the editing in this, and that's kind of weird. And that's why I regret Madam Web, because it has permanently colored my view of how I receive all cinema because of how fucking terrible the editing in that movie was.
Yeah, that one was pretty rough.
Yeah. And the last one is kind of the same kind of concept, and it's Independence Day 2.
Oh, I forgot that was the thing.
Yeah. And
what, you don't want a sequel 30 years after the original?
I don't mind that. What I mind is the sequel was fucking awful. And I went and saw it in theaters, and it's the one, like, it's the movie that I think of when I think of a sequel that just didn't fucking hold up. Like, it just completely fell flat. Up until that point, I remember thinking of sequels as, oh, this is more content. Like, you know, I don't think about the Turtles 2 and Turtles 3 as anything other than another Turtles movie. Mm-hmm. And I think fondly of those. And, like, up until Independence Day 2, like, I kind of think about sequels as more content of something that I really, really liked, whether it was good or bad or what. And Independence Day 2 is the movie that I walked away going, that was fucking terrible. And from there on out, like, I don't look at sequels as extensions necessarily of the content that I like. It's now I have to look at these sequels as
am I going to acknowledge this?
Yeah, is this a good enough movie as itself that I can't just look at it and be like, okay, this is a sequel, you know? Yeah, so it's permanently changed how I view sequels even. So that's my list.
Okay, so to recap, Human Centipede. Oh God. Drag Me to Hell.
Yep.
Justice League. Madam Web, and Independence Day 2.
Yes.
All right. I had to change my list because Cody stole some of mine.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Which one?
Last
Airbender.
We'll get to it. So the first one, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Horrible movie. It's anything that you try and take an adaptation and you're like, we're going to take these 500 episodes and we're going to cram it into an hour and a half.
Right.
And then they just like changed everything. Like, hey, you're gonna pull all this chi into your body, and then like it comes out and like it looks like a freaking fart. Like
A little
that's
blast
what it is.
of wind, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, no. The first time he did this, he blew up a car. He didn't, shoot a fart out of his hand and blow out a lantern. I'm like, this is just bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like they just
But he opened up all those lockers.
no, I think he just punched the locker.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, they changed it to where like
But he slid on top of the car on his head.
the great ape form was like some weird. It wasn't because he had a tail. It was like some weird relationship where he was like a minion of Piccolo, and it was
Does that universe exist on Earth? Is
Yeah.
it Earth?
Yeah.
It's not some sort of weird planet. Then why in the cartoon does it look like Tatooine or something?
I mean, there's parts of it that are desert.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're not always in a desert.
Yeah,
there's
Dragon
cities
Ball-
and everything.
Yeah, the first part of Dragon Ball takes place them primarily going through a desert.
okay. I don't know. I've never
That's why we encounter Yamcha, the desert bandit.
Oh, I forgot about Yamcha.
Yeah,
The desert.
I mean,
Yeah, that was
It's-
back when Yamcha was actually cool.
that was my favorite character.
And then
yeah, he would be
became
your
the Joker.
favorite
know.
character.
He was.
I mean, that movie was so bad that James Marsters doesn't use his real name when he voices Dragon Ball characters anymore.
Yeah, because he's come back and voiced different ones, and like in like the most recent game, they wrote in a line and it's what he said is Piccolo, because he was super excited to do it,
Yeah.
and oh yeah, it's just a bad overall horrible movie, and I think I own it for some reason. I don't know why. I had Avatar: The Last Airbender, but Cody stole that one.
hey, you said if I
For
We're allowed to have the same one.
no, we're not.
Okay.
For the same reasons. Like, they're just, let's take all of this content and try to mush it down. And like, they did a whole bunch of dumb changes for no
if
reason.
you change it, don't. We're getting our time limit. If you change
Well,
it,
then
don't
you
be
shouldn't have been
about
talking the whole time. I'll go to the later seasons of Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Season 1 of Heroes was amazing in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know season 2 was during the writer's strike, and it went downhill, and then it just kept like, it started like slowly going down, and then by like mid season 2, it's like, we're just gonna drop straight down.
Yeah, because the season where Silas is a cop,
Yeah, that was like
That was-
season 3, I think.
yeah, that was the bottom of the barrel. Like, forced, in my opinion, with the Freak Show, started to climb it back out of that
Yeah.
hole, and then it was just so far gone they canceled it before they could really resolve the ending of season 4.
Well, then they killed off one of the brothers, and then they took Sylar and like they made him like transform into him, and then they removed his memory. I'm
Yeah.
like, then why'd you kill him off if you're just gonna have him look like him? Yeah,
Did they save the cheerleader? Wasn't that
Shut
from
up.
the guffin of the thing?
Well, yeah, they saved
Yeah.
Why
her.
did
They,
you say shut up?
No, you're the one like, oh, you got to make these
Yeah,
quick. And
she
now
had-
you're
yeah, they
actually-
saved her at the end of season 1, and then she is the one that reveals Heroes to the world at the end of season 4.
and then she dies in the revival series.
yeah,
they-
Reborn
they-
was fucking terrible
I
too.
didn't watch it. I wanted to,
It's not worth it.
but like
I was so excited for
you
it.
That's
had.
when Hero had like white hair, right?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
He was old. I don't remember having white hair, but
Like, they took horn rim glasses, used to be like the most badass guy, and then they just like castrated him, in my
Wait, there's
opinion.
a character called Whitehair and a character called Horn Room Glasses.
Well, you don't
No.
you don't find out his name for like until like the end, I think season 1, but he wears like distinct horn rim glasses, so the fans named him
Is that
like
Spock?
HRG. No, Spock was Sylar.
Oh, okay.
And then like everyone started being related to everybody else, and
Yeah.
then like
Come to find out, he's your distant cousin.
that one chick went from she was like a triplet, and then like they killed her, and then they brought in the triplet that had ice power. Yeah, it was just bad. My next one is The Flash, the Ezra Miller movie,
Yeah.
which they basically tried to make into a Batman movie, and they just it was just bad. It was bad because I really don't like him as a person, because I think he's a shitty human being.
Well, as soon as the whole controversy came out, anybody else would have dropped him immediately.
Yeah.
And they kept trying to force it.
Yeah, and it wasn't good. Like the whole catching babies out of a falling building and putting one in a microwave,
Throwing one into a microwave, yeah.
and like they didn't give him anything good, and like he didn't have like any emotional range like at all.
Yeah, and they did something with that movie that I hate in every speedster, and that's super speed is not super physics. Like, yes, you can move fast. That does not give you full and 100% control of all physics.
Yeah. The only good thing about that movie, in my opinion, was that version of Supergirl. I like that version of Supergirl.
It wasn't what I wanted out of it.
What
But
do
yeah,
you want?
I'm glad that you liked it.
What'd you want?
I wanted the classic Supergirl.
Oh, blonde haired.
She's in it.
But see, I think
She comes flying up next to Christopher Reeves.
that I'm saying like because that version of Supergirl fit that universe that they had established.
And that's fair. I just didn't care for... I didn't care for that.
And out of a movie where like no one shows any real emotion, she's the only person that does, in my opinion. Like when she is asking Zod where Kal-El is, and he basically is like, well, I killed him. And then like she loses her shit. I'm like, okay, finally we're getting someone that has some kind of acting emotion.
And that's fair. I think for me, the thing that really turned me off of that movie was like... Yes, you can never really predict what's going to happen when you time travel and change things. Mm-hmm. But you need to have some sort of logical line on why things changed the way they did. Like, Flash saving his mom should not have changed Superman crashing to Earth.
Yeah.
It should not have changed his gender. Flash saving his mom's life should not have made Batman Michael Keaton and then back to George Clooney and never really fucking established what the fuck happened with Flash at the end of the movie.
Well, then, like I said, they picked the wrong story to
Yeah.
do for the first Flash movie. Because you don't... I mean, yes, comic book fans know, but no one else would know, and like they have no feelings for it.
Right. Yeah, they wanted to do something like that. They could have changed that storyline enough that maybe he tries but never gets there and then gets interrupted by Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Which I did care. I did really like the evolution of Reverse Flash in that movie. But yeah, the whole movie was full of fucking missteps.
Mm-hmm. The next one, Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I liked the first Shazam movie. I thought it was good. I like Zachary Levi. But my issue with the second one is you've got Billy Batson, who's a kid and is acting more like an adult than Zachary Levi. And I get it. They hired Zachary Levi because that's the kind of character that he usually plays. But, like, every time he was Shazam, he was, you know, like, you couldn't tell that they were the same character.
Yeah. Because
there was just way too many different personalities. And it was just your run-of-the-numbers comic book movie, and then like the weird Wonder Woman shoehorn in type thing.
Who is the villain?
The villain, the three daughters of Atlas. They're mad at Shazam because he has his power. And so they're trying to bring back the gods.
What's the strength of... Not be strength of Hercules, right? So what's Atlas's power?
Endurance of Atlas?
Yeah, because hell's up the world forever.
Gotcha.
But like I said, then like, and I thought they were going to do something really cool because there's a scene where like, he's fighting them, and like his suit is starting to get like black and charred, like Black Adam. And I was like, all right, well maybe they're gonna hint at what went wrong with Black Adam, and maybe they're gonna do something like that. And it's like, nope, we're not doing anything like that.
We're not even gonna have Black Adam in the movie.
And then he dies, and then for some reason he's revived, and he comes back as Shazam. He doesn't come back as Billy Batson. So I just thought it was just a misstep and just a really bad hodgepodge of stuff.
And
Yeah, Stamina of Atlas.
And then the last one, Ghostbusters 2016 or Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
That's the all-female one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just bad. Like, everyone, you and I have talked about this, everyone was trying to be the comedic, sarcastic Peter Venkman character. Whereas in the first one, it worked because they were all funny in their own different ways. Like, the villain is forgettable, and
Doesn't the villain switch?
Yeah,
Through the movie?
Well,
he kills himself and then possesses
Thor.
Chris Hemsworth, and then he transforms into the Ghostbusters logo, and they
Oh, really?
they
with the cross through it?
yeah, and then he climbs out of it and then comes into the real world and looks like he's wearing like a paper bag, and then they're trying to like suck it into this giant portal, and the way they get out of it is they shoot him in the nuts, and like that's what stops it. And I was like, okay.
Doesn't Mumra or not Mumra? Not Mumra. The character from the original.
Slimer.
Gozer.
Gozer, yeah.
There's like an after credit scene where they say,
okay.
who knows what Zool is or something like that. Like, I rewatched the first Ghostbusters, and I'm like, there's elements of comedy, but it's not like every single scene is just hitting you over the head with something funny.
Yeah, and I think that might be, and this is going to sound real Adam of me, but I think that's the problem with modern comedies.
Yeah.
Is that there's no space to breathe between jokes.
Hang
And-
on, let me get my hipster cry.
And that's what this one is. Like, it is just constantly just joke after joke after joke after joke, and then pratfall, and then joke, and then this, and I'm just like, no, like the even when they're fighting ghosts, like it's just like the giant pterodactyl ghost like lands on
Leslie.
her shoulders, and she's just like, I'm leaving, and like walks out with a ghost, and it's like, what are you doing? Like,
You're right.
are you fighting these ghosts? Is it now your pet type of thing? Like, that, it was just all over the place. It could have been a good movie, but it didn't know what it wanted to be, and it was more of a, to me, it was more of a slapstick spoof scary movie type.
Or an SNL skit.
Yeah, it was a long feature length SNL skit.
Yeah, and they didn't respect any of the physics they established in the previous Ghostbusters. Like the energy weapons that they're using just to explode ghosts. Like, there was like, that's not a thing.
They captured one ghost.
And there was no danger to them, to the weapons, right? There was this, because like, aren't they afraid to use the proton packs in the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they're standing in the elevator, and he's like, yeah, what's to be worried about? We're all just wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on our backs.
And Bill Murray's character is basically like suicidal. He's like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing that one of the things that really pissed me off about that movie was the scene where Bill Murray's character, because they had a cameo for the original guys, like as a sign, like, oh, they gave their approval for it, but I think they just took a paycheck, was the scene where Bill Murray's like, oh, is a debunker, like, oh, you're not actually catching ghosts. Like, just because this guy's saying, no, you're going to release a dangerous ghost to prove him wrong, was like fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
no actual, like, no, this is a real thing. I'm not going to jeopardize the safety because it took us a lot of work to fucking catch the thing. I'm not going to release it just so because you're saying it's not real.
Is Bill Murray playing the mayor? Or who?
No.
Was
No,
the,
he was playing a debunker.
who was the guy from the first movie who wanted them to open up the containment unit?
Walter Peck.
Was he playing like a Walter Peck type?
He was like a ghosts don't exist. Blah. Yeah, I guess kind of.
So that's going to support Corey. To support Cody's argument, the Ghostbusters refused to open up the containment unit.
Yeah.
Even though it would prove to.
Yeah, because
Walter
he was
Peck
like, "Can I
wrong."
see the storage facility?" And he's like, "No, like you can't."
And-
Whereas this one, like, she's just like, oh, like gets angry and like opens it.
Yeah, like, and that was the one that, like, it had a few things that, in my eyes, were redeemable. The one joke about when, like, oh, that's the old firehouse, they're going to have the same one, and they say the rent, like, fuck no.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Like, that was funny as fuck.
That was a good joke.
That was the best joke in that entire damn
Yeah.
movie. The second one was Leslie Knope's character having, well, the reason this ghost is here is probably because this history fact about New York. And I like that because it showed the actual analytical side besides just made up science.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not a good movie in my opinion, and it had nothing to do with the cast. It just
No, I thought there was too many vaginas in the movie.
You would.
that's
Okay.
just because vaginas scare you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Dragon Ball Evolution, the later seasons of Heroes, The Flash, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and Ghostbusters 2016. So time for the final rank off, and I'm putting Human Centipede on the list. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, we all had. I
The
think 3 of the
visceral
4 of us had a
reaction, yeah.
visceral reaction.
Am
I
I-
nearly made.
I like that movie.
Yeah, I bet you do,
You
you
would.
sick fuck.
Okay.
Human Centipede is horrible.
I don't care what entry we put on, but besides Cody's, we all have a DCU entry. So
We've got to put a DCEU
there's got to
in
be
there.
a DC entry in there.
We should just put the
I think
entire DC.
Yeah,
I
we
think-
could just put the entire DCU because we
Put it-
all have.
That should be number one. The DC movies.
Well, I didn't put it in as.
Yeah,
Oh, Cody
honestly,
doesn't have a
the
DCU.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, the
Everyone
only
but
reason-
Cody.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
The only reason I don't have a DCU on there is because I didn't watch a lot of them because of your guys' reaction to the movies. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
took
fair.
your review of it like, hey guys, this is a terrible movie. Like, I took that to heart. Like, okay, I'm just not going to watch it then.
All right,
Now
that's
we can.
fair.
So either Airbender or Dragon Ball, because while I'm not a fan of either one, I did know that they were horrible movies, and I could tell by the fan base that.
Yeah, I think that kind of like sums up like the regret for that is how they ruin the source material, because you can throw Aragon in that idea too. Like, you ruin the source material so much that you turn the entire fucking fan base off of. So of the 3 movies, Aragon, Last Airbender, Dragon Ball Evolution, which one do you think did it the worst?
Airbender.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stick Last Airbender on there.
And they changed like dumb things for no reason. Like now firebenders can't produce fire. Like they have to conjure it from something. And
Oh,
it's
they
like,
turned him into pyro?
yeah, basically. And it's like, why did you even bother doing that?
I will agree. That movie.
Okay, so this falls between you two. I know there's a couple of horror movies on here. Well, there's Halloween Ends, It Chapter 2, 3 from Hell, Drag Me to Hell. So I think we have to have at least one horror
Well,
movie
I would
on here.
say Halloween. I would say similar reasons why we dislike Halloween Ends and Drag Me to Hell are like tonal shifts.
Yeah, and I think of the 2 of them, like, if you're going to take an established character and fucking ruin it for horror people, that's the one that gets it for me. So, like, even though Drag Me to Hell has a special place in my heart for how much I hate it, I think Halloween Ends is the right call there.
Okay, so I need number 5.
I'm
So-
kind of thinking Ghostbusters.
Yeah, because you can almost put in that group of Ghostbusters, you can almost do in the 3 from Hell Minecraft movie, and like an anticipation for something that the ball was just completely dropped on.
Yeah.
So
Ball,
Ghostbusters can kind
yeah,
of.
Ball was dropped, and it's just a good representation of everything that we don't like, at least I don't like, about modern comedies.
Oh, yeah, because like I said, it was just like when they're testing the weapons, it's like
Yeah.
10 minutes of just being, how do you go from using a weapon to where it was launching you back and forth across this alley to now you're using it to fight ghosts and like it's not moving you at all type of
Right.
thing. Okay, so our final rank off. Cody, look me right in the eyes.
The only one I disagree with is Human Centipede.
No, you're outvoted.
Yeah.
Number 1, the entirety of the DCU. Number 2, Human Centipede. Right here, Cody. Right here. I can't look at your eyes and read the thing at the same time. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong one. Number 4, Halloween Ends.
And that's like a placeholder for tonal shift type.
Yeah. As we usually do with the rank offs.
Yeah.
And number 5, Ghostbusters: Answer the Call. Oh, stop doing that, Cody. That hurts. That sounded really bad. That is our final rank off for the Ragrats episode. Horrible movies. Human Centipede, the entire series.
Oh, yeah. That.
But isn't the plot of one of the Human Centipedes, hey, I saw the movie Human Centipede and I want to do it?
That's Human Centipede 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
The third one is that they do it in prison.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
fine.
like that's
I mean,
the
we can do
reduced
it.
food costs, and like I've got to make this prison more, and it isn't immediately. As soon as the inspector comes in, he isn't immediately like shut this shit down. He's like, oh, you might have a point here. Like, isn't that what human happens in 3?
I mean, I don't think there's an inspector in it, but yeah, the warden just basically decides to go fucking let's do it.
The warden's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and he has total control over it. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, all right. We need to end the episode.
Okay. Anyway, you've been listening to Rank Me Off, a Damage Control podcasting production. Make sure you check out our social medias on Facebook and Instagram. New episodes up every Monday on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think of our list, and let us know what you think your biggest regrets in watching movies
And
have
listening
been.
to this podcast does not count as regret.
No, that doesn't count at all. All right. Thank you so much. Adam, push that button.